If you are an introvert, then you know the courage and energy it takes to actually show up on social media to attract your ideal client. And even if I've been doing it for a while now, it still takes a lot. And if you are an introvert yourself, I want to reassure you and tell you that you actually have an asset here. You should not change who you are just to build your business. Actually, tapping into your strengths as an introvert will help you connect with your ideal clients more easily while staying true to yourself. So it's a win-win situation. Now, if you still struggle with this and you want to start showing up on social media and stop making excuses as an introvert, then this episode is for you. In this episode, I will share with you my tips to help you attract your ideal client on socials as an introvert. So if you are interested in this topic, keep listening. Hi, and welcome to this new episode of Her Online Business Podcast, the podcast for ambitious expat girl bosses and digital nomads. I am Adama, your host, and my mission is to help you build a business that serves your life and not the other way around, have more freedom, work smarter while making a positive impact. And before we dive into today's topic, if you are ready to build your online presence and don't want to make excuses anymore, then I have something for you, which is my Plan Your Socials kit. Inside this kit, you will get a 20-minute video training on personal branding. I will explain you what it is and how you can build your own personal brand to stand out on social media. You will also get a brand board template that you can customize directly on Canva, where you can add your logos, your brand colors, as well as your graphic elements. And to actually start creating content, you will get a fillable PDF with 7-day content ideas that you can adapt to your niche so that you can take action right now. And this is all available for free, so this is my gift to you, and you can download it via the link in the description of this episode. So the first tip I have for you, if you are an introvert who wants to build your social media presence, is to find your sweet spot. What I mean by that is, first of all, finding the social media platform where you feel the most comfortable and that you know that you can actually be consistent with it. So your sweet spot, where do you feel like if you had to create content on a daily basis or on a weekly basis on this platform, you could actually do it and enjoy it. This is super, super important so that you can actually focus your energy on what matters, because as an introvert, you can feel drained very, very easily. So trying to do all the things will definitely not help you out. So pick only one platform and stick to it. The second thing I mean by finding your sweet spot is actually tapping into your strengths. For example, do you enjoy writing more than talking? If that is the case, maybe you should focus on building your email list and sending weekly newsletter with valuable content in it, or writing blog posts and promoting them on your social media platforms, because that is your strength, right? That's something you are very good at. On the contrary, if you feel more comfortable talking in front of a camera, then you could definitely use video marketing to your advantage to start creating your content and reaching your ideal client. So whatever your sweet spot is, you need to find it right now so that you focus your main content strategy only on this. Again, the goal is to save up as much energy as you can so that you can build your business without feeling drained all the time. The second tip for you, if you are an introvert who want to build your social media presence, is to be smart about your energy. What I mean by that is that you will have to interact with people. You will have to engage with them, especially when we start to have some interest in your services. So there are different ways you can engage with people. But as an introvert, for example, I don't like DMing. I don't like cold DMing. That's something that for me is always stressful to think about, and I don't like to receive a lot of notifications here and there. So let's say, I'm not someone who is going to cold DM potential clients, right? This might be a great strategy if you are someone who is out there, who actually like to make the first step and start a conversation with people. But if that's not the case, you have to focus your energy on the type of engagement that feels good to you. For example, when you publish a piece of content, you can encourage people to actually comment on the topic and tell you what they thought about it, so that you can actually start a conversation with them in a very natural way, because they will simply answer a question that you ask them. So then you can just reply to them and try to dig deeper and just start a normal conversation like you would normally. So yes, on social media, it's important to engage with your audience, but you can actually find a way that feels good to you. So make sure that you include a call to action in each piece of content that you create, so that you tell your audience what to do, and then you can basically just reply to them and start the conversation with them, right? So if that feels easier for you, then you should focus on that instead of trying to reach out to people and send cold DMs if that's really not your thing. Now for tip number 3, it is to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And trust me, as an introvert myself, I know how difficult this one might be. But it is super important. If you feel like on a social setting, you are usually withdrawn and you usually observe people first before you actually show who you are and start talking, then as an entrepreneur, you will have to challenge yourself a little bit, because you will have to make the first step, which is showing up and then creating your content and finally engaging with your audience, right? So, for example, posting your first post on Instagram or posting your first video and then going live for the first time will sound kind of crazy and stressful. And it is completely normal. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. The important thing is that done is better than perfect. So what you have to do to push you out of your comfort zone is just have one goal in mind, which is to have it done. Post the piece of content that you created. Push the live button and go live. Record yourself on video and post the video without thinking twice about it. What I want you to do is just to do something. Do it. Instead of waiting and having this voice and thoughts creeping in your head and telling you that, this is not good enough, people are not going to care, or they are going to care too much and you will get too much attention, so on and so forth. Like, just do it before you change your mind. Remember, done is better than perfect, and you can do it. Tip number 4, don't try to be someone else. As I told you before, being an introvert is actually your strength. The same way an extrovert has some qualities in them that help them connect with people more easily, it is the same thing for you as an introvert. For example, you are probably someone who can take time to listen and observe before taking action. You like to know and analyze your environment. So this is actually a great quality that you can use in your business and the services that you are providing. So don't sleep on this and don't undermine them. If you are not a loud and super expressive person, then don't try to be like that, because you will sound fake and you will not feel good about it, and it will show in your content. So instead, just be you and put your strengths in the spotlight, because this will help you feel more confident about yourself and in the content that you are creating as well. Be yourself. Don't try to be anyone else, because as Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Tip number 5, don't take yourself too seriously and have fun. So I know that you are an overthinker and you always feel like your content isn't good enough and it could be better and you could add this and that. We know that. We all go through this self-doubt and overthinking. If you want to feel good about your business, you must have fun with it, Social media isn't that serious. It's serious, but it isn't. What I mean by that is that, yes, you're using social media as a tool to build your business, but remember that the main goal of social media is to be social, is to meet new people, meet new clients and friends and people who inspire you and exchange with them. It's a platform meant to be social first and foremost. Do not forget that. And also, it's your platform. So you set the rules, right? If you want to have fun, if you want to show your personality and your nerdy and weird side, do it. People will love you for it, for your authenticity, because that's something that is sometimes lacking in the social media world. So when you do that, you stand out effortlessly. You are yourself. Nobody can copy you. And you are actually having fun, and people love to see that. So have fun with it. Joke about yourself. People will actually enjoy to see someone who is real. Your audience will actually thank you for that and enjoy it as well. Tip number 6, talk about being an introvert. If people often mistaken you for someone who is extroverted, then just say that you're not, there's no big deal about it. And you will be actually surprised to realize how many people identify themselves as introverts or something that I like to call social introvert. You will actually find a tribe of like-minded people by just telling them, okay, I'm here on social media. I'm kind of an introverted person, but hey, I have a message to share. I have people that I want to help, so here I am. And you will be an inspiration for a lot of introverted people out there who didn't think they could do it, And so now you are showing them that it's actually possible for them too. So team introvert here, don't be shy, show yourself, and let's make it happen. Tip number 7 is to connect with extroverts. I love extroverted people, and I'm usually attracted to them because they actually come to you so easily and they are not afraid of starting the conversation, which I love as an introvert, just having people to come to me instead of having to say hi first. So do not hesitate to connect with extroverts in your business as well. You can do collabs, for example, or interviews. That's what I do also in my podcast. You can go live now with different people on your social media platform. And this will not only help you break out of your shell, but also brings out the light and the extroverted side of you, because we all have an extroverted and introverted side. Actually interacting with these people in your business will help you bring that more. And it can be fun as well. It can bring new opportunities in your business and in theirs. This is also a win-win situation, so do not hesitate to interact with other people to actually make sure that you are not just staying alone in your bubble. It's important to actually reach out to other entrepreneurs and build your network that way. Tip number 8, act like you are talking to a friend. What I often hear about introverts is that we are the most quiet people until we are very, very comfortable. And then we can become talking machines. I'm sure you already felt this way, like you were just talking and talking and talking, and people are like, are you really an introvert? Because I didn't think you were so talkative. But that happens when you feel comfortable, when you feel like you're talking to someone who is a friend who knows you and likes you and doesn't judge you. So when you feel the most comfortable, you actually are the more confident as well. So when you show up on social media, just pretend that you are talking to your best friend. Just pretend that you are talking to them, you care about them, so you are just sharing your best advice. And yes, that's it. It doesn't have to be fancy. Whenever you show up on social media through your content, make sure that you position yourself as someone who is talking to another person that you actually know and you want to help. That's it. The 9th tip that I have for you, which is linked to the previous one, is to actually enjoy helping people and talking about your expertise. You don't have to be passionate about it, because I don't believe that everybody has a passion in life, but you should at least enjoy sharing your knowledge with the world, because you know that it can help somebody else out there. So that might be a cue for you. If you don't like talking about a certain topic, but you feel obligated to, then you might change it. Because there is nothing more draining than talking about something that you don't care about and that you have to repeat again and again, because you build your business and your social media presence around it. So now people are asking you about this, but you're like, I don't care about that. I'm not interested in this topic. I'm just doing it because people like it or for the sake of it. You should always be aligned with the core of your business so that you can actually enjoy it and grow it. And finally, tip number 10, remember that you will attract your tribe by staying true to yourself. As an entrepreneur, you set the rules. You want a business that serves your life and not the other way around, which also means that who you are is at the center of your business. And so if being introverted is part of your personality, and you should be proud about it, it's part of what makes you unique. You are an amazing person just the way you are. And so you should always remember that. And that's it for the 10 tips that I wanted to share with you today. Let me know in the comments which one you related to the most. I would be curious to know. And if you want to build your social media presence and personal brand right now, make sure to download my free Brand New Socials kit, which is a 20-minute free video training on personal branding. I explain you everything about personal branding, what it is, how you can implement it for your own business. You will also get a brand board that you can customize on Canva with your brand colors and graphic elements. And finally, because I want you to actually start creating your own content, you will also get a fillable PDF with 7-day content ideas that you can adapt to your niche and start creating at least a week worth of content right now. You can download it via the link in the description of this episode and let me know afterwards what you thought about it, and feel free to share your brand board with me. I would be happy to give you a feedback and also give you some love on Instagram. So make sure to share it on your story, Instagram story as well, and tag me. All right, dear introverted friend, that's it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it and that it gave you some courage to actually start showing up, because your talents and expertise are needed right now. So it's time to stop hiding behind the fear of judgment and to actually make it happen for you so that you can build the business of your dream. With that said, I wish you a very nice and productive week, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.